Don't forget the ads, feed the ducks. And the ducks we're raising this year, we're donating to local food banks. If you want to help out the Duck Adventure, the link below, 50 Ducks in a Hot Tub. You can buy one of these t-shirts. You can donate monthly. You can make one-time donation. And the most important thing you can do is like the video and don't forget to share it, guys.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Duck Adventure for September the 3rd, I think. It's 4 a.m. and the ducks have been going all night. These really warm nights are, and plus being locked in the pen is causing these ducks to be basically going 24/7. Well, they sleep during the day because they're so bored, you know, and then at night because it's cooler, this is the activity time. But this is the noise all night right now because of this lockdown. Because they'd be a lot quieter right now if they were active like at the lake during the day. Oh, listen to them. Well, I'll get up and start my day. Hopefully we can get this coyote really soon. And we're going to get back to normal here.
Let's go do some work. Oh, ducks. The fog this morning, guys. Well, I've been up since like, what, 4 a.m. But the fog is just starting to lift, actually. You couldn't even see across the yard here for the last hour. So we'll give the ducks some fresh water. Oh, listen to them. And it didn't rain yesterday, just sprinkles. That's all we got. And they're just burning through the feed. It's like 7 bags a day. Look at that, my scoldies. See, they're up there hunting bugs. There's Disco Duck. Look at them. They're going to the front. Look at this. I'm being told I'm sorry, guys. Not yet. Oh, startled me for a second there. This sucks. Actually, this is really clean this morning. I can't believe how clean that is. That's actually really clean. Just listen to these ducks. See, I have the hose in my hand, so they're really interested in me. Oh, it's so hard to wash this with the ducks all around. Hey guys, I gotta wash this whole area. They love crowding me. Yep, now you can move. Actually, that's dirtier than normal. They're really loud today. Not a sign of anything the last, well, I think today will be day 3 or day 4. I can't even remember now, it's a blur. Look at these ducks. Oh, they can't wait for the tub to get water. Disco duck. Oh, that duck. Disco's got a friend. I'm going to town today to get another top so I can finish my scope mount on my rifle. I'm starting to think that what I might do is I might end up letting the ducks out tomorrow and use the flock as bait and sit in under cover. Use a combination of the ducks as the bait, plus I've got one of those distress collars for luring in coyotes, and see if we can get alright, Muscovia, give me eggs, see if we can get them to come in here, and I'll pick them off. Okay, no egg. What? This is 2 days in here and no egg. I think they can lay eggs, but they're not doing a very good job of it. Alright, no eggs. Okay, she's upset that I'm in here. Yes, I know, but you're not laying any eggs, so what's the big deal? Alright, let's go in the barn and see if there's any eggs in the barn. Get the scope mounted and get it sighted in today. That way I can pick the coyote off from anywhere on the property. Alright. No eggs. Not even making nests in here. Nope, nothing. I'm getting ripped off here. I thought for sure, you know, with them in lockdown that I would get some eggs. The activity level down there, because the fresh well water and the drinking station, they need to get down to the lake. I wouldn't doubt if we let them out, they'd actually take off to the lake pretty quick. But I've got to get the armament up and running here so that I can deal with the coyote no matter where he appears. No more of this close range shotgun stuff. And still absolutely nothing in the yard, guys. Not even skunks. Like, I don't know what's going on here. This is like, I think 3 nights or 4 nights, like nothing has been here. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I've actually been keeping Doug in with me and not letting him run the property so that, you know, he doesn't run them off because I want them to come in close so I can get them. So Doug is actually, put it this way, Doug, I haven't given him a shower in 2 nights like I usually do. I give him full body showers on the back deck. I haven't given him one in 2 nights now because he's not even running the swamp. Like, it's just bizarre. I don't know where everybody went. Oh, speak of the devil. Oh, Dougie. There's been nothing to chase, has there, Doug? And don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. And enjoy the show. We're back in the 50 Ducks gun shop here, / machine shop. Every place, there was 3 places I thought in town would have what I needed. And of course, none of them had the size I needed. So I went back to the machine shop and they gave me a couple of them to get me through. I've got to replace them for them, but they were, you know, good enough to, oh, Dougie's barking at something. They were good enough to fix me up. So we're going to get the scope on this thing, get it happening so that we can take care of the coyote. The barking you heard is the turkey vulture circling the yard for my bait. I guess my bait's starting to stink and it's attracting turkey vultures, but not what we wanted to attract, and that's what Doug's barking at. Alright, back to work. What a difference with a brand new one. But I can tell you, after 3 holes, you can feel the edge is gone. It's actually rounded feeling, because when I first started, they were very, very sharp feeling. And now it's really, I got a hunch. They say this is hardened steel. I think the gun steel's much harder. Because, yeah, I can't believe there's no edge to it anymore. Probably, if I wanted to tap 2 more holes, it would be touch and go with this. But I got it done. So now let's get the scope mount on her and get this happening. Thankfully, the machine shop gave me 2 of these. I can't believe this. It tapped the first hole perfect. The screw goes in absolutely perfect. But the second and third hole I tapped, the screws are really, really tight. And I noticed that it was starting to rip the screw. So when I mentioned earlier that the edge had gone off the thread and that it felt rounded off from the metal, what happened is because the gun steel is so hard,
it cut the die down, or the tap down, so that when I tapped the second and third hole, it didn't make the threads as deep. So luckily I've got a second one here, and I can run the tap through the second and third hole again and get it the thread proper, because the screws wouldn't go in at all. Unbelievable. That's how hard the gun steel is compared to the tap. Oh yeah, you can feel it still cutting. Feels like I'm cutting a brand new hole. Alright, okay, now we got it nice and loose. Yeah, it was I guess the tap, the edges of it on the thread had gotten worn down, and she didn't cut a nice deep enough thread for the screws. Someone told me to stop before I screwed the screws up. Yeah, that's what it was. So mental note, when you're tapping gun steel, basically your tap's only good for the first couple holes, and that's it. Unbelievable. But then again, you know, this is probably made in China. But then again, so's the gun. It's pretty slick, guys. I'm really impressed with what these Russian guys have come up with. It's solid. You clean the gun, you don't have to re-scope it in, because the problem is a lot of, actually everything I've seen for SKS, except some really expensive ones that mount on the side, is you take this plate off the back, and every time you clean your gun, you got to re-sight the gun back in, and which is just the stupidest thing you could imagine. You know, the last thing you want to have to do is sight your gun in every single time you clean it. So this is permanent mount, solid steel. It isn't going to get bent. All right, going to put the gun together here and get the laser out, and we'll do a pre-sighting in with the laser, and I'll show you what that little trick is. This rifle is going to end the Coyote problem. All I have to do is get a clear bead on him, and he is history. Now, I've got this right here. Now, because we fabricated the and put the scope mount on the gun, it's a whole new setup. We have no idea where the scope is lining up with the barrel. So instead of going out there and wasting, you know, tons and tons of rounds trying to hit a target to find out where the scope is hitting, they make these things called these laser sight cartridges. Yeah, there we go. We got red laser. Turn off the light here. Yeah, there we go. Now I'll put this in the barrel, and we'll turn the lights off in the garage, and we'll see if the scope is hitting where it's supposed to be hitting. Well, that laser is the answer. I can't believe it. I think I paid like 20 bucks for it, and I bet you I just saved $30 in ammo. I was actually quite shocked when I put the scope on. It was only out by maybe a half an inch tops, quarter inch. It was very, very close actually. All right, time to go set a target up and do some shooting. I've already talked to my neighbor, and the coast is clear. Nobody's back there. There's no cattle back there. Zero zip, just a lot of mud. So I've got the target set up here, and because I'm shooting from my hot tub, which is up there, I'm going to be shooting down, and it's going to go straight into the mud. So it's not like I'm shooting above the horizon. I'm actually going to be shooting down. So let's get this happening. Oh, thankfully I have the ducks conditioned to shotgun shells, because they're about to hear a lot of bangs here. So the ammo I'm using to sight in is just some full metal jacket surplus. The ammo that I'm using on Mr. Coyote is actually lead hunting rounds, but this is for sighting in, much cheaper. It's like 20 cents a round compared to the hunting rounds, which, believe it or not, are like $1.10 each. So, all right, so we're going to get this happening, and that's where the target is. Unbelievable! I take my first shot. Doug loses it, which I thought he lost over the gun. Coyote was in the swamp. He just ran across. Doug went after him. Like he's like I couldn't believe it. But like, I'm lost for words, guys. Like, I took one shot. I guess he was in the bulrushes. I took the shot, and he darted across, and Doug took off. And you know, the gun's not even remotely close to being on target. And you know, so he ain't coming back tonight. Unbelievable! Like, he was down there waiting in the bulrushes. Well, I gotta get the rifle scoped in here and get ready, because if he's sitting around waiting, it isn't going to be hard to lure him out. And I'm thinking I got an idea. I think we might be doing a dog cage and putting a duck in it and putting him down there and just waiting. So I gotta come up with something. I gotta end this. This is crazy. I couldn't believe it. I took the shot. I put the rifle down on top of the hot tub. I look up, and he was darting across the swamp.
Doug took off, and you know, I couldn't stop him, which I didn't even try. But oh man, I don't believe this. He was sitting here waiting. Started over there, guys. I've had to adjust the scope. The laser gets you sort of on target, but not really good. What I ended up doing was I went into the bush, into the shade of the bush, and used the laser on a tree farther away to get a little better bead. So I'll take another shot and see if I get close to that center. Well, that's bizarre. I must have pulled on it. To get that one so close, and then that one. I'll take another shot here just to double check before I adjust the scope. The fact I was getting closer and closer, and then I get that close, and I pull these two over. Well, I went to the garage and I got some red tape because I think I'm making it too hard on myself here. That way it's a little easier to see, because that little black dot I had was, I was doing a little too much marksmanship here, and all we're trying to do is hit a coyote. Well, that time it definitely was the scope, because I was dead on the red. Absolutely dead on the red. So adjust the scope back and bring it up some. Patience. Here you go, guys. That's about as dead on as I'm gonna get her. We're talking, you know, 3/8 of an inch. Oh, I'm so happy with that shot. That's an awesome shot. Look at that. This is exactly where Mr. Coyote appears all the time, is where that swinging little piece of wood I have down here in the swamp. So am I nicking it or am I hitting it? Oh guys, Mr. Coyote's screwed. That's pretty good, actually. I'm not going to screw with that scope anymore. So that's from the hot tub. Passed through it so quick, that's why I didn't swing like 22. 22 doesn't have the velocity, so it gets embedded in the wood, and then the force makes the wood spin. So they're just clean holes right through her. Plus they're full metal jackets, so it's like a hot knife through butter. That's not bad at all. I'm happy. That's pretty good, actually. That's really good. That's actually excellent. It's about 125 yards. It's typically what the shot's going to be. If I can hit that, I can certainly hit the side of a 40-pound coyote. And don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends, and enjoy the show. The birds handled the shooting actually really well. Of course, I've shot the shotgun enough around them, but look at this. You know, there's some of them that the shooting isn't even facing them. They're eating away. Yeah, there's a bunch on this side eating too. Oh, too funny. Yes, ducks, it's over. The ducks actually handle the gun better than Doug does. Well, Doug handles it. He doesn't like it, you know, but he sticks with me. He doesn't run away like he's in the yard right now. He's running. Oh, he's right there in front of me. Oh, Dougie. And consider when I got him here, guys, he was terrified of guns. You know, I just fired off, well, 20 rounds. 20 rounds is what I burnt through. That's not bad sighting a rifle in 20 rounds. I'm happy though. At that distance, Coyote Reign of Terror is soon to come to an end. You know, they're looking at me like they want out. I'm gonna let them out. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, what the hell. With the amount of gunshots that I just did, there's no way Mr. Coyote's around. And if he is, I'm ready. So he can show up. I'm gonna let the ducks out. It's the end of the day. They can have a little bit of fun running around, stretch their legs, have some grass. Come on, ducks, you're gonna come out for the end of the night here. It's like it's snowing. Oh, wouldn't that be sweet if he showed up right now? Oh, I gotta get some ammunition.
So this is the difference, guys. This is the Army surplus, about 20 cents a round. And this is the official hunting round, which is a lead bullet instead of a solid steel bullet. And the price difference is exactly $1. These are $1.20 each, and these are 20 cents. So, but this is what we use for Mr. Coyote, because the bullet expands when it hits his body and causes a lot more damage, where this, like you saw in the wood, punches a hole clean through, which would be like shooting him with a 22 actually. He would just get a hole through him and die a slow death. This will hit him and rip the guts right out of him.
Ducks are gone to the creek.
It's 6 o'clock, so they've got 2 hours. Oh, they are going. Wonder if they're gonna go, oh, I'm gonna grab the rifle. Be sort of foolish not to grab this.
Yeah, do all this work, get the rifle ready, and then come down here without it. That'd be really dumb. Just in case, but I don't think anything's going to show up. There's no way Mr. Coyote is going to come back with the amount of shooting I just did. 20, you know, very, very loud rounds. I doubt it.
They're going to the water. Some of them, though, are just hanging in the yard. Of course, Mo is, of course.
2 more Muscovies just flew when I took the camera at me. Looks like they're going to start flying for us. That'd be alright. That'd be awesome, actually. Get some flying duck action. Oh, I'm so happy I got my rifle ready. Mr. Coyote's going to be in for a real big surprise now. I could reach out and touch him real nice.
They're so happy. They're out briefly. More and more are leaving the yard. The ducks just got spooked, now they're coming back.
They gotta just have the jitters, because there's no way there'd be any wildlife hanging around the amount of gun shooting I just did. There's no way. Wildlife ain't stupid. You know, when I let the ducks out of the pen, I said it looked like it was snowing. Look at this. Look at the feathers that came off of them. I'm not kidding you guys. Like, the lawn is like, there's feathers absolutely everywhere. They weren't here before. They came out in such a frenzy, flapping their wings. The feathers were just flying off of them. It was really quite a sight, actually. I hope it turned out in the video, because it looked like it was snowing. There were so many feathers flying in the air. I just had a shower and I came outside and I couldn't believe the noise. The ducks are just having a heyday down at the creek.
More and more keep heading down there. They're bathing. Just look at them cleaning themselves up. I told you they were getting dirty. They knew it too. And even more are heading down.
We needed this recess from the lockdown. They were cracking. After I put the gun away there and I was getting everything cleaned up here, they were going crazy, running around the pen. They went into the barn, and it was just nuts what went on. I couldn't get the camera on fast enough. Oh, Muscovy just flew. I didn't have the camera. Right to the creek. We're going to get flying action now, guys. It started. And don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends.